My dear friends, today's update is one of the most important ones we've had in a long time. October is just around the corner, and with it comes changes that could affect every single person depending on Centrelink and pension support in Australia. This is not something you can afford to ignore. The steps you take now before October 1 SD can make the difference between being fully prepared and potentially missing out on help that is rightfully yours. I want you to imagine something for a moment. Picture yourself waking up on the 1st of October, checking your bank account, and finding that something is not quite right. Maybe the payment you were expecting hasn't arrived yet, maybe the amount looks different, or maybe you've been asked to provide more information before your money can be released. How would you feel? Stressed, confused, even worried about how you're going to pay for groceries, bills, or medicines. That is exactly why we need to talk about this today, because preparation is power, and I want you to feel calm and confident when the date arrives. Before we go further, I want to pause for just one moment and say this: if you find my videos helpful, please make sure to subscribe to the channel right now. When you subscribe, you'll never miss an update that could affect your pension, your payments, or your peace of mind. I want this channel to feel like a family where we look out for each other, and subscribing is the easiest way to stay connected. So take a second to click that button, and then let's continue together. Now, October 1 SD is not just a random date. It is the beginning of a new quarter, and whenever a new quarter begins, certain rules, rates, and eligibility requirements often shift. This means that Centrelink systems update, payments can be adjusted, and in some cases, new measures from the government come into effect. Many seniors do not even realize this until it's too late, and that's why we are here today to make sure you are one of the people who knows exactly what to do before the changes arrive. Think of this as a gentle reminder from someone who truly cares about your well-being. We are going to walk step by step through what October 1 SD means, what actions you may need to take, and how you can prepare yourself so that you are not caught off guard. I'll explain it all in plain, simple English so you don't have to worry about confusing language or complicated rules. But before we dive deeper, I want to say something important. You are not alone in this. Every year, thousands of seniors across Australia go through these same changes. Some struggle, while others get ahead because they know what to do in advance. The good news is, by being here today, you're already putting yourself in the second group, the group that is ready, informed, and strong. Now, let's talk about why October 1 SD is such a critical date for seniors, pensioners, and Centrelink recipients across Australia. This isn't just another page on the calendar, it's a turning point. And here's why. Every year, on the 20th of March and the 20th of September, the government reviews and adjusts pension rates. These adjustments are linked to the cost of living, inflation, and average wages. In simple terms, the government checks: are prices going up? Are people earning more? Do we need to adjust pensions so seniors can keep up? Now, while the official increase happens in September, October 1 SD is when everything really settles into place. That's when new rates are applied in practice for the full month, Centrelink systems fully update, and any flow-on effects become clear in your payments. It's also the moment when new rules or obligations like updated income or asset thresholds come into play. What does this mean for you? It means that October 1 SD is the time to double-check everything. Your payment rate, your income reporting, your assets, even your eligibility for supplements. If you don't check, you could either miss out on extra support that you are entitled to, or worse, find yourself accidentally overpaid and facing a debt notice later on. And I think we can all agree, no one wants that stress in their life. Let me give you an example. Imagine a couple on the age pension. Their income from superannuation and a small part-time job puts them just under the threshold in September. Then, on October 1 SD, the threshold is updated. Suddenly, they could actually receive a little bit more pension than they expected, but only if they update their details and report correctly. If they don't, Centrelink may not apply the full benefit, and they could lose out. Or take the case of a single pensioner living on their own. After September's adjustments, their pension rate increases slightly to match the higher cost of living. By October 1 SD, their bank account should reflect that new rate. But what if it doesn't? What if a small error occurs? If you don't know to check around this time, weeks could pass before you notice, and by then, fixing it may be more complicated. This is why I say October 1 SD is not just a date. It's a checkpoint. A moment when you need to pause, breathe, and ask, am I ready? Have I done everything I should? I know that sometimes these government updates can feel overwhelming. The rules are written in difficult language, the forms are long, and the phone lines are always busy. But here on this channel, I promise you one thing, we'll always break it down into simple steps. Think of me as a friend sitting across the kitchen table with you, having a cup of tea, and explaining it in everyday words. And here's something else to remember. October is also when many seniors start thinking ahead to the end of the year. With Christmas coming up, with summer bills like air conditioning or higher electricity use, and with medical costs that always seem to appear at the worst time, the pressure on your budget gets heavier. That's why making sure your pension and Centrelink payments are in order by October 1 SD can give you peace of mind for the months ahead. So, as we move forward in this video, we are going to explore each key area you need to focus on. The pension rate changes and what they mean for you. The income and asset thresholds. Supplements like the energy supplement or rent assistance. Reporting requirements and how to stay out of trouble. And finally, some practical tips to help you prepare financially and emotionally for the end of the year. I want you to stay with me through every part of this because each one matters. Missing even one small detail could cost you, and I don't want that for you. Remember, our goal here is not just to survive October, but to thrive in it. Let's begin with the most obvious and most talked about part of these updates, the pension rate changes. As you know, the government reviews pensions in March and September every year. The purpose of this review is to make sure that pensioners do not fall behind as the cost of living rises. Food, rent, electricity, petrol, we've all seen how prices keep climbing, and many seniors feel that squeeze more than anyone else. That's why these adjustments matter so much. By the time we reach October 1 SD, the new rates are officially in place, and every pensioner should be receiving their updated amount. Now, here's the important part. You should never assume that the system automatically gets it right every time. While Centrelink does update payments, mistakes can and do happen. This is why October 1 SD is the perfect time to sit down with a pen, some paper, and your latest bank statement. Look at the payment you received before the September update. Then, look at what you've received after the update. Is the amount different? Does it match what you were expecting? If you're unsure, don't worry, we'll go step by step. For a single pensioner, the base rate usually increases slightly, often by around a few dollars a fortnight. It might not sound like much at first, but over time, every dollar counts. For couples, the combined rate goes up as well. And when you add on supplements like the pension supplement and the energy supplement, the total fortnightly amount can shift in a way that makes a real difference to your budget. Here's an example. Let's say before September, a single pensioner was receiving around $1,100 a fortnight. After the September adjustment, that amount might increase by $20 or $30. By October 1 SD, that higher amount should now be locked in for good. But if you look at your bank statement and the figure has not changed, then it's time to contact Centrelink and ask why. Now, I know what many of you are thinking. Oh no, I hate calling Centrelink. The wait times are too long, and the process is too stressful. And you're right, it can be frustrating. But please believe me when I say, it's better to face a long phone call now than to let weeks go by and risk losing money that belongs to you. Another important point, these changes are not only about more money. They're also about keeping you safe from being overpaid. Let's say your circumstances have changed. Maybe you started earning a bit more income from part-time work, or perhaps you received a lump sum from superannuation. If you don't update your details before October, the new rates could mean you end up being overpaid. And when that happens, Centrelink eventually sends you a debt letter asking for the money back. That's the last thing anyone needs. So, the key action for October 1 SD is this: check your payments carefully. Make sure the new rate is correct. Update your income and assets if needed. If something doesn't look right, take action quickly. It's also a good moment to think ahead. Summer is coming, and with it, higher electricity bills. The energy supplement may not cover everything, but it's meant to take away at least some of that burden. Make sure you're receiving it if you're eligible. If you're not sure, this is the time to ask questions and find out. Now, my friends, let's take a deep breath together. We've talked about a lot today: pension rates, income and asset thresholds, supplements, and the importance of updating your details. It may feel like a lot to keep track of, but the message is simple: don't wait. Act now. October 1 SD is your checkpoint. It's the moment to pause, look at your finances, and make sure everything is in order. By doing so, you protect yourself from mistakes, you ensure you're not missing out, and you give yourself peace of mind for the months ahead. I know that sometimes dealing with Centrelink can feel frustrating. I know the forms are long, the phone lines are slow, and the language can be confusing. But you are not alone in this. Every person watching this video today is walking the same path, facing the same challenges. And together, we can get through it. Remember, you've worked hard all your life. You've paid taxes, you've contributed to society, and you deserve a retirement where you don't have to constantly worry about whether your next payment will be right. That is your right, and that is why I make these videos, to make sure you have the knowledge and confidence to stand tall and take control of your financial life. So, here's my final encouragement to you. Be ready now. Don't wait until October 1 ST arrives. Do your checks today. Prepare your documents. Log into your MyGov account. Talk to Centrelink if you need to. And when October 1 ST comes, you'll feel calm, strong, and prepared. Before we finish, let me say this: if this video has helped you, please subscribe to the channel right now. It only takes a moment, but it makes sure you'll always receive these important updates. And more importantly, it helps us build a community where seniors across Australia can feel supported and informed. Finally, I want to leave you with this thought: the future may sometimes feel uncertain, but by taking small steps like this, you are protecting yourself and your loved ones. And that's something to feel proud of. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you again very soon with more updates that matter for you and your family.